Welcome back to Pokémon Sterling Silver Hardcore Nuzlocke Challenge, my friends. Time for the last boss fights. And this is my team for this fight. We have Gyarados. We got finally a really good Gyarados again. Plus speed. Minus death is... yeah, you need to be really careful with that. Because it's pretty squishy. Like even with Intim and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a really strong one. Really good above average attack. Yeah. And we have Marowak in the team. We have Raichu. We used one scale here, by the way, for Encore. I think this is a pretty classic scale. And I removed Thunderbolt and teached Return. I will talk about that in a second. And we have Fortress. That was, by the way, the second scale, so we used 2 scales in total. In the hideout. We have Hariyama and we have Muk, and Muk is pre-damaged and with XP share, because Muk have only one job here in this fight, okay? And the interesting part is no other Pokemon in my box could do that. That's really interesting. But yeah, it is what it is. I will talk about that in a second. So Petrel, I think I never lost a Pokemon actually against, but this run is still deathless. I mean, it's not the one vertical reset run, but I want to actually... I don't want to lose too many mons because of post-game. Obviously, I can sack some useless mons, but yeah. If there's no reason, yeah, we will obviously not sack anything. Okay, so pretty classic. We'll lead with my Gyarados here, so we can lock this Pidgeot into Thunder Punch. And even with Intimidate, obviously this is always a Thunder Punch. This is huge power Pidgeot. And we will see the Thunder Punch here. We will Encore this Pidgeot. And so there's a problem because we want to kill this with a switch move, okay? And obviously we can crit kill this. So we will always use Muddy Water turn 1. We cannot trigger Switch Air because we are faster. And if this Muddy Water already crits, by the way, we can kill this with Volt Switch. Return will never kill this with a crit now. And now we just kill it with Volt Switch. Pretty simple. Because like using T-Bolt, stuff like that would just do too much damage. And now, why Muk is in the team? Because Muk is the only Pokemon, I'm deathless right now. The only Pokemon in my entire box what is baiting Perugly straight up. And I want the cat pretty quickly. Because I want to abuse that cat a bit. It's like only for one Pokemon basically, but yeah, it's really strong. Okay, so I'm pre-damaged, so I'm betting guaranteed EQ here after removing the Life Orb. So this is guaranteed EQ, and we will go to Gyarados, and we'll just stall the EQs here. Meanwhile, we will also stall some body slams, but most important thing is EQ. So, we will go to Marowak. And we can speed that up for sure. EQ number 2. EQ number 3. EQ number 4. EQ number 5. EQ number 6. EQ number 7. EQ number 8. EQ number 9 and EQ number 10. So it is all of EQs, and what that means for us that this Perugly can only U-turn on my Marowak anymore. So that's the only move it can press basically. So what we're gonna do here is just use Boomerang with my damage item, nice damage by the way, and hit the Wailord, the incoming Wailord, and Boomerang into Shadow Sneak always hits. Yes. And we don't need to worry about Quick Claw, Wailord shenanigans here. So yeah, this Marowak is just disgusting. We saw my Marowak with 0 IVs, even that was also plus attack, but yeah. Marowak is just crazy. This is always Energy Ball, and my Gyarados can always switch into that Energy Ball without any problem. So we don't care here about energy ball, special defense drop, whatever, because we always bait consistent the correct move. There is a special defense drop. We will just fly here. We are level 50 because otherwise we are not hitting the ranges. And fly will always with expert belt kill this Tropius. And always bait in Magmortar because we are still in phase 1. Yeah, and here we will not fly, of course, we will just Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail, expert belt is enough. Gyarados is strong enough to kill this Magmortar with Aqua Tail. Yeah, that's a really decent Gyarados. I'm pretty glad to have a really good Gyarados again. It's pretty long ago, I would say. And there is the Ooh. Okay, Absol is completely fine. What we're gonna do here is just go to Fortress. That's the Night Slash, completely fine. The counter. And we will slow Volt Switch out. And there's only one Pokemon in the back. And that is Petrel. So this fight is GG. Yeah, I think there's a big difference between Petrel 1 and Petrel 2. Ooh. Wow! We saw that yesterday in the race, that Petrel 2 is actually different. So, yeah, this can't use anything on me. This is just fucking gone. This is so fucking done. Look at this damage. Holy shit, Marowak. Okay, 12v12 fight left with Lance together. And then we are done with the hideout. Thank you for watching. And see you guys in the tag battle.